What's up? It's your girl Shina with Shine Bright Beauty, and today I'm coming to you with this kind of get ready with me first impressions video, and I'm super excited. So some of the products that I will be using today is my Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette. I have had this palette for about a month and just now using it because it was too pretty to use, but I'm super excited and I really do like the formulas of the lipstick, so I'm super excited to be using this. And also I will be trying out some Mercier products. So I am a part of Influencer. If you don't know what it is, it's this company that sends out different products for you to test and give feedback. So I will link the link to Influencer in the description box, but this is how I got these two products. So I will be testing out the Flawless Fusion Ultra-Longwear foundation and her new Flawless Fusion Ultra-Longwear concealer. Now unfortunately the color that they sent me for my foundation is in the shade Pecan, and it's a little too much of an orange undertone for me. It does not match me, but I did try it. So I did like the foundation. It is long wear and it is a matte finish that is medium to full buildable coverage, which I really appreciated. When I had this foundation on, it felt lightweight and it applied really pretty and finished beautifully, so I did like it. Unfortunately, it's just not my shade, so I will have to be getting my shade at a later date to try that. And then what I really do like is this concealer. So this is new. She just launched this, the Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer, to go with the foundation. I have it in the shade 5N, and this is supposed to be a long-lasting concealer that doesn't crease under your eyes. So I have used it and I loved the shade that I have. It's really beautiful. I liked it because you can use it alone and then use it just with a light foundation powder, or as I did here, I used it underneath my NARS Radiant Longwear foundation. So these two paired beautifully together and I really actually like this concealer. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching and I'll see you in the next video. To start off, I will be priming my face with my favorite primer. It's the Too Faced Hangover RX. And then I will be going in with the NYX Concealer Correcting and Contour Palette. I'm using that orange color to color correct. And I'm just using any concealer brush and then blending that out with a fluffier brush. Next, I will be going in with the new Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer. I have it in the shade N5. I personally really liked this concealer. I thought the color match was really beautiful. It is more of a full coverage concealer, which I appreciated, and it did have more of a matte finish, which is great. Then I'm just going in with a damp beauty sponge and taking the more pointed side of my sponge and just pouncing that all over my face, blending in my concealer. So for the look I was going for today, I decided I wanted a little bit more coverage under my eyes, so I went in with a second layer of concealer but did the exact same thing, just blended that out with my damp beauty sponge. For my foundation today, I am using my favorite, the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I am using it in shade MD3. You know I love this foundation. It has such a beautiful application. It is full coverage without being heavy or weighted, and it actually lasts all day long. So to apply this, I am just pumping a few drops in the back of my hand, dotting it throughout my face, and using my damp beauty sponge to blend that out using a pouncing motion. Then to set my foundation today, I will be using the Mercier translucent powder. To set my under eyes, I will be using again my damp beauty sponge and dipping the pointed end into the product and just pouncing that on my face, more like pressing the powder into my under eye. I feel like this method helps allow the concealer to really settle into my skin without creasing or anything like that. And then for the rest of my face, I'm just using a brush and just sweeping that across my face. For my contour today, I will be using the City Color contour palette and just taking a small contour brush and contouring my cheekbones and my temples. Nothing fancy, just making sure I'm blending everything out. So to save time, I have done my brows off screen. And moving on to eyeshadow, I am priming my lids with a concealer from the NYX Concealer and Correcting Contour Palette. And for my eyeshadow today, I will be using the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I am so excited to use this. To start off this look, I am taking Sauced and Low Blow on a fluffy brush and just blending those two colors higher up in my crease. These two colors won't really be seen, but I'm using them as a transition shade. Next, I'm taking the shade He Devil and Cayenne on a bigger fluffy brush and putting these colors into my crease. As you can see, I'm gradually darkening the color in my crease, but I am having a subtle crease, which is why I'm working from lightest to darkest. So with these two shades, again, just blending, making sure there's no harsh lines. Next, I am taking the darkest two shades, which are in Fuego and Ashes, and I'm taking a tapered eyeshadow brush and really concentrating this color on the outer crease. I am using a smaller tapered brush to get more precise placement, and then I'm going in with a fluffier eyeshadow brush that has no product on it just to blend the shades out. I go back a couple of times with the in Fuego and Ashes just to get the desired color I wanted, and then just switching off between my tapered brush and my fluffy brush, making sure I'm blending everything out. Next, I will be taking a small flat eyeshadow brush and spritzing that with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water and dipping that brush into Amber and Scorched. These two shades are a shimmery burnt copper color, and I am placing the shadow more on the center of my eye but closer to the outer corner, and then I will be really blending that out. Then I will be doing the exact same thing but with a smaller eyeshadow brush, spritzing that with the primer water and then dipping that brush into the shades Dirty Talk and Lumbar. These two shades are still shimmery but more on that burnt orange as opposed to the copper. I'm placing those shadows in the corner of my lid and then blending the two shadows out. So blending the Amber and Scorched with the Dirty Talk so there's no harsh line but the colors blend together. Next, I'm going in with my Becca and Jaclyn Hill highlight in the shade Champagne Pop and using that smaller eyeshadow brush to highlight the inner corner of my eye and my brow bone. Lastly, I will be going in with that same fluffy eyeshadow brush with no additional product to blend everything out. And then for my eyeliner today, I will be using the L'Oreal Infallible Gel Liner and taking an angled eyeliner brush from Sephora to create a simple winged liner. For lashes today, I'll be using this wispy pair from Red Cherry Lash. And I know a lot of people struggle with putting on lashes, and my best advice is to practice. Practice on a day that you don't have anything to do or you're not going anywhere. That way, when you are getting ready for an event or your birthday or a special dinner, you have that confidence to apply them. Also, it is all about the angle in which you hold your mirror. So as you can see, I have a mirror that is tilted downward instead of me trying to close my eyes with the mirror parallel to my face. That will really help you because you are able to see the angle in which you're placing your lashes. For my bottom lashes today, I'm going back in with that Naked Heat palette and taking a small flat liner brush and going in with the shades En Fuego and Ashes and lining my bottom lash line from the outer corner to about the middle of my eye, and just going back as needed to darken that shade. And then I will be using the shades Dirty Talk and Lumbar to do the exact same thing, but putting these two shadows from the inner corner to the middle of my eye and then blending that line out. Next, I will be going in with a black eyeliner. This one is from NARS. I'm going in and putting that on my waterline and then adding mascara. Moving on to the rest of the face, I am using the Wet n Wild bronzer in the shade Sand-Gria Castle, and I'm putting that all over my cheekbones, temples, and down the bridge of my nose. For my highlights today, I'm using a couple. First, I'm using the Hourglass Vanishing Stick in the shade Champagne Pop. I'm using that on my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, and my Cupid's bow, blending all of that out. And then I will be going in with the highlight from Fenty Beauty, the Killawatt in the shade Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. I'm using Ginger Binge right on top of where I had placed the Hourglass highlight, and then I'm using Moscow Mule right at the highest point of my cheekbones. So I'm just going over my brows with some brow gel to help them stay in place throughout the day. And once we are done with that, the last step is lips. I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette. I'm taking that number 2 shade and using the brush that this palette comes with, I will be outlining my lips with this color and then filling in my lips entirely using the same color. So this was actually my first time using this palette and I am a huge fan. I really love matte lipsticks and I love bold colors when wearing a matte lipstick. So the formula of this palette was so moisturizing and creamy. I was able to wear the color for an extended period of time without the shade really fading or my lips feeling like they were dry and cracked. So I would really highly recommend this product if you're looking for a palette. This is a great one. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time. Keep shining, y'all.